Hello, I'm Allan Arkush, and this is Trailers from Hell. Iconic moments. That's what makes so many movies so memorable. Sometimes these iconic moments are so strong that we forget about a movie's shortcomings. The opening of Breakfast at Tiffany's, now that's an iconic moment. It was shot very, very early on a Sunday morning. In fact, it was the first scene shot for the picture. As Henry Mancini's Oscar-winning score swells on the track, Audrey Hepburn emerges from a taxicab in a gown by Givenchy. And while breakfasting on Danish and coffee, she window shops at Tiffany's. Well, this almost all didn't happen. Audrey Hepburn did not want to play Holly Golightly, and Paramount Pictures executives hated Moon River. What endures on Trailers from Hell is a performance by Audrey Hepburn that helped redefine how women saw themselves in the early 60s, and a song, Moon River, that, well, forever evokes Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Won't you join me?
Yes, join Audrey Hepburn as you've never seen her before, kicking over the traces and bringing to life Truman Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Truman Capote wanted Marilyn Monroe to play Holly Golightly. Marilyn turned it down. She thought that playing such an unrepentant prostitute would kill her career. The producers flew to Audrey Hepburn's home in Switzerland and begged her to redefine her screen image and play the part that she is now best remembered for. Capote was against her and hated what screenwriter George Axelrod did to his novel, and in turn, Axelrod hated what the director did to his excellent screenplay. Two of the best scenes in the movie, the finale with the wet cat in the rain and the wild party in an undersized New York apartment, were rewritten by Edwards, and they helped define his career. Blake Edwards wanted either Tony Curtis or Steve McQueen for the part that the producers gave to George Papard. Blake begged them not to do it. He was right. Papard is dull. But worse is Mickey Rooney as the over-the-top Japanese neighbor, Mr. Yunioshi. Everyone begged Blake Edwards to recast or cut him out of the final movie. He resisted, and on the DVD commentary finally admits it was a really, really bad idea. Henry Mancini wrote Moon River on spec and named it specifically for Miss Hepburn's limited vocal range. Paramount hated it. Hepburn was terrified of singing on camera and tried to talk Edwards out of the scene. After a very successful preview, Paramount's head of production again demanded that Moon River be replaced and the movie rescored. Audrey Hepburn shocked everyone in the room by getting in his face. "Over my dead body," she said. It won Oscars and Grammys for Best Song and Score. Whatever its faults, what we remember most are the contemporary characters and performances. Patricia Neal, Buddy Ebsen, and most of all, Audrey Hepburn, who didn't think she could play an extrovert. Yet, with the encouragement of Axelrod and Edwards, she created an unapologetic, fashion-forward, nonconformist, fun-loving New York City geisha who is unsentimental about love and sex, but in the end, embraces romance on her own terms. A movie icon.